intense, loathed melancholy of Cerberus and blackest midnight born in Stygian cave forlorn, mongst horrid shapes and shrieks and sights unholy, find out some uncouth cell.
It is nearly impossible to understand and appreciate John Milton's El Allegro without also having read its companion piece, El Penseroso. Whereas El Allegro is the happy person who spends an idealized day in the country and a festive evening in the city. El Penseroso is the thoughtful person whose night is filled with meditative walking in the woods and hours of study and at lonely tour. First published in 1645, the two poems complement each other structurally and contain images which are in a specific dialogue with one another. The poem is set in a speaker's mind as he anticipates the pleasure he will enjoy in an inviting spring day, first in a countryside setting and then in an urban setting. Casting off gloom to embrace the delights of glorious spring days, the theme of El Allegro. Milton begins the poem by rejecting melancholy in the first 10 lines. Then in line 11, he invites the goddess of joy, Euphrosyne, to go forth with him into the sun-kissed fields. He asks her to bring with her. Then the end rhyme. The end rhyme of the first 10 lines of the poem uses this pattern: A, B, B, A, C, D, D, E, E, C. Milton wrote the rest of the poem in couples, pairs of rhyming lines. Lines 11 to 16 demonstrate the pattern. But come thou, goddess fair and free, in heaven Euphrosyne, and by men heart-easing mirth, whom lovely Venus at the birth, with two sister graces more, to ivy-crowned Bacchus bore. Also, Milton uses different figures of speech in his poem. The first one is the alliteration. In line, Psalm Sager sing, line 17, oft listening how the hounds and horn, line 53, just and youthful jollity, line 26, and love to live in dimples sleek, line 30, dapple dawn doth, line 44, stoutly struts his dames before, line 52, warble his native wood notes wild, line 134. Then he also used apostrophe. But come thou goddess fair and free, in heaven you keep Euphrosyne. The speaker is addressing the goddess of joy, Euphrosyne. He also used metaphor, right against the eastern gate, where the great sun begins his state. Lines 59 to 60. It is the comparison of the eastern horizon to a gate. Robed in flames and amber light, the clouds in thousand liveries dight. It's in the lines 61 to 62. It's the comparison of sunlight to flames. And mountains on whose barren breast the laboring clouds do often rest. It's in the lines 73 to 74. It's the comparison of mountains loops to a breast, with story of ladies whose bright eyes reign influence and judge the price. This is from the lines 121 to 122. Comparison of the gaze of the ladies' eyes to reign. And then he also used onomatopoeia and the busy hum of men, line 118. And he also used paradox, wanton heed, line 141, where the use of wanton, which means undisciplined, to describe heed, which means disciplined or careful attention. And then he also used personification, or Sweetest Shakespeare's Fancy's Child, line 133. It's the comparison of a parent to imagination.